What up, friends? How are you doing? Good morning. Um, so how are the New Year's resolutions going? Did we forget we had some? um, well, I didn't really make any New Year's resolutions, but I am making, continuing on my path of destruction. I'm just kidding. Hey girl, how you doing? Good morning. Um, and I try so hard to just continue down my path and not let anybody ruffle my feathers. But once in a while, like yesterday, my jazzy life, she really got me. Okay, and I acted slightly out of character, but I didn't let it piss me off and ruin my day. You know what I mean? But so all I gotta say is there's ways to you know tell somebody what you think of them without letting it ruin your day. Like once I got what I needed to say out, I was fine. I don't carry it around like I used to. I don't let it ruin like my everyday real life because we do have real lives outside of the internet. Okay. Um, and I just let it go, letting things go. That's what I had to do the end of the year was let certain things go that just weren't for me. I had to look at certain things that, even though it was hard, it was really hard, trust me, really hard to take certain things that really make me happy. But in the end, if nobody's putting in any effort, if I'm the only one, you know, putting effort or communicating, I'm not going to entertain it anymore. Okay. We are adults here. um, and I'm not going to baby people. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going, like, I don't know why, like, some people, like, expect me to do more things, but for them, they don't have to, That's something that I had to learn about myself is to let things go, really let things go that literally no longer serve me. Okay. Certain people we meet in our life for a certain reason, a life lesson, karmic lesson, or you know, whatever. We meet everybody in our lives for certain reasons, and when that reason's over, we can move on. You know what I mean? So I had to let some things go in order for me to open myself up for, you know, um, for the next phase of my life is all I'll say. Okay. And that's hard for me because I have trust issues, big time, big time trust issues. Okay. But we're changing that. Okay. We're no longer, and I've said this many times before, we can't blame the next person for what a past person did to us. Or the past person can come to you as a new person and be completely different. So we have to divide. Like if somebody has truly changed, and they're no longer the old person anymore, that's beautiful. You know, that somebody will take a look at themselves and say, you know what, I'm an ass, and I'm sorry for what I did, and change themselves because for themselves, not for you, but for themselves, they apply themselves, they make the necessary changes. Because maybe at first, because whenever we are, we don't really know how we are as people. Like we can't look at ourselves right off the bat. Sometimes it takes some really like okay, some really like you really have to look at yourself when like that's not something you can naturally do. Somebody can either call you out or you can just notice yourself being like an ass, you know, and to look at yourself and see the error in your ways and make changes is beautiful because people do change. People have the capability of changing. Like these mommies in these mommy sectors. They have had so many opportunities to change. Okay, change is hard. You know, where we live our lives the way we see others live. You know, like people around us. That's usually what we base our lives based on, is what we see in our atmosphere, what we see in our circle of friends, what we see in our circle of family, right? And once you see that that's not right, you be around some fucked up people. To make the changes, it takes you to actually change and apply it, to see the error, to see where you're wrong, and to actually make the changes is a big deal. It's hard for a lot of people. Some people don't want to change, and that's fine. That's your life. You do what you want, boo. I don't give a, you know but for me, for my life, I wanted change. I wanted peace. I wanted this. I wanted that. But I was the same toxic person that I was accusing others of being, because you hang around with the people and you're seeing, you attract what you are. If I was a low vibrational person at one point, that's what the fuck I was attracting. Okay. I'm no longer like that, and I've made changes, and now I'm attracting higher vibrations of people, because that's how what I am now. And I can't, these new people that I'm meeting, I can't be like, oh, well, back in my day, this person did this to me. I can't do that, because that part of my life is over. I'm done with that part of my life, with people like that, because I'm no longer like that. So now I'm attracting what I am. You know what I mean? So I had to tell myself, you can't blame this, you can't blame new people for what the fuck happened in my past. And that's very hard for me, because I have them trust issues, but it's hard. That's hard too. Like I said, when you're ready to reap the rewards of your freaking changes and your success, like you have to be ready to accept, and that is hard for me. But I'm doing it. I am. I'm like, my heart is open, and my voice is cracking like a teenage boy, but but um but it's time, like when you're ready, you're ready. You're ready. And honestly, when you've kind of like reached like that level, you really don't care what anybody else thinks, because your maturity has grown. You think differently. Like, it's a whole nother ball game. And what used to be like, oh, what are they gonna say if they see me? Who you don't care anymore, because you're no longer in that that's kind of like like when you worry about what other people thinks, like you're not living your life the way you want. You're living it vicariously by other people and what they think. That goes away. Like that just drops. And I was able to not care. At first I was like, what are people gonna say? That was what I would say. Like, what are people gonna say? Because they're gonna be like, oh my god. But you know what? I don't really care. They're gonna like it or they're not. And that's it. All that matters is my happiness, that I see change, right? That's all that matters. As long as I see the change, and because people, like people intimately, and then other people might see something else because they don't know that person. You know what I mean? So that's all I'm gonna say. So I really don't care what anybody says, and I don't mean it disrespectfully. I really don't. And I have a circle of people, my circle of trust, that I know they're not gonna judge me. They're not gonna say anything. They're not gonna talk down on me. They just want me to be happy. By this point they're like, so you're not gonna get into a relationship. You know how the Mexicans are. So now I they're gonna be happy for me because I'm happy. And that's all that matters, right? Okay. So anyways, so there's that. Okay. And I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous. So nervous. Like I just don't want to mess it up. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't want to mess it up. I don't think I am. I think I'm just getting in my head a little bit. I'm just, because those are old habits. That's a habit I got to break, is, me predicting I'm going to fuck it up when I'm not going to fuck it up. It's all going to be fine, you know? Anyways, also, um, whenever you're making changes in your life, like, especially when you've had this whole lifetime of thinking backwards, of thinking incorrectly, or differently, just take small steps. Like, you don't want to overwhelm yourself with a whole bunch of promises to yourself that you're not going to do this and this and this and this anymore. Do them one by one. Like, if I had a lot of shit wrong with me, okay? I'm not saying I'm perfect. I still got a ways to go, okay? But pray as much as you can, however many times you need to, okay? Talk to God whenever you feel you need to, and just give it all to God. Give, like, surrender to God and actually say, I surrender to you. Like, show me where I gotta go and give me the strength to do it, okay? And you will be helped. And it doesn't matter if you've never prayed a day in your life, or if you don't believe in God, or you didn't believe in God but you do now. It doesn't matter. It's never too late to start praying, like, for real. Like, I have been praying, like, so much more. Like, I've always prayed. I pray every day for, I don't know what, like 7 years or something like that. But now I just started, like, I think like 2 years ago I started praying like a lot more, um a day. And now I pray a lot, and I give thanks a lot. I'm very grateful for what I have, even when I didn't have what I needed. I was still grateful for the life lessons to get me there, okay? So that's all I got to say is, and if you don't believe in God, whatever you believe in, pray to whatever you believe in, okay? um you can, I mean, I'm not gonna judge anybody who doesn't believe in God, but me, I believe in God, okay? But we could still be friends, I'm not gonna judge you like that. But anyways, y'all have a good day, okay? I gotta get up and go to work, okay? Alrighty. Bye-bye.